In this particular episode, I'm going to share to you my sentiments about our one common best friend. Perhaps you're wondering who's that best friend. Yes, I'm referring that one to the internet.
Gusto ba ka nga makadungog usa kasugilanon nga magdasi kini mo kung unsa ang nahitabo karon? Wala ka masayop sa pagpili. Welcome sa Istoryahan ta Podcast. Kini nga podcast nagisgot sa mga kaagi sa kinabuhi, mental health, self-development ug daghan pa. Kini nga podcast nagtanyag kini mo usa ka libre nga pagpinulungay aron malingaw ug makaton ka. Kung sa unsa pa imong gihulat, mag-istoryahan ay nata. This is Jess Amante, your host, and welcome to my podcast.
Back in 1992, yes, it was a generation of the real thing. I can say that. Yes, from the time being, the internet is not a need. Bagging the information we need with the use of physical books and other educational tools. It was a decade of real fun, playing dirty games on the street with your precious childhood friends. And we all have the time to establish a mutual foundation of camaraderie by producing realistic salty flavored hydroses. Yes, we all have the time, yes, and years have gone by, our childhood games starting to vanish until the internet has blown up and become a need. There were 73 million internet users in the Philippines in January 2020. The internet penetration in the Philippines stood at 67% in January 2020, as per Data Reportal. As per reference to the ourworldindata.org, globally the number of internet users increased from only 413 million in 2000 to over 3.4 billion in 2016. The 1 billion barriers were crossed in 2005. Every day for the past 5 years, an average of 640,000 people went online for the first time. The emphasis of this above-mentioned data clearly states that humans are now technology dependent. The use of internet-dependent devices underscores how convenient is the world right now. However, to a further extent, behavioral cases resulting in suicide because of overusage of social media is likely concerned. I want to communicate a message, and I want it to be passed around, even if it's very shocking. Ocean Nabam quoted, an 18-year-old lady committing suicide live on her social networking site. Additionally, the death of Phoebe Prince, believing that cyberbullying was the cause of her death. In my community, young adults are spending an average of 9 to 10 hours on their phones, living in the virtual world. 7 out of 10 are playing virtual games, and while the remaining is browsing their social networking sites. Through the years, technology becomes a member of the family, and social media is now our modern day best friend. Yes, we can share our stories, our days, moments, and even remind us over time. Social media is no longer a platform to connect people. Social media is now a fantastic world to live in. It is a world full of unexpected yet amazing experiences. You can play, you can dance, you can sing, you can learn, you can talk, you can even write. However, because of these fun and amazing activities, we often miss an opportunity that could change our lives for a lifetime. You have to assess that it's a virtual world you're living, not your reality. So start packing up your things and go back to your reality. The use of social media triggers users to bring about your unproductivity. Why do I have to say unproductivity? Because it generates actual disruption to your goal. Moreover, it gives you the authority to become toxic, thinking that posting your negative attitude on your social media is your best coping strategy. In fact, you're extending negativity to your network. Instead of connecting to them as your major streamline, you're disconnecting the wire of the relationship. And now you're on the sidewalks of taking back yourself to the reality and to connect with your family. And I just hope that it's not too late to cope up with your family. Why? Because if you think that your virtual friends are far way better than your family, by all means, you did cut your relationship with them. because you spend most of your time talking to your virtual friends more than talking to the actual humans. Yes, come to think of it. Remind yourself.
You don't have to worry about where to spend your special events with your family and friends. Azurich Private Resort in Darwin is excited to be in service with you. Azurich Private Resort is giving you a place to feel united and a place to share memories you can never forget. APR Events is looking for an individual who wants to use their place and be remembered by everyone who comes. Save your events now. For more information, please visit facebook.com/Azurich Private Residences and Resort.